were thinking about construction, it came to my mind that one of the most fascinating things about the collection is that it has been collecting works which do not just fall in the categories of painting and sculpture, but has been much more invested in sculptural environments, collages, installations, for instance, and how this language of art making has allowed artists to explore many different themes which were not so easily possible within the realm of painting alone or sculpture. So, construct basically means a mental idea. Okay, it's a mental idea, it's a mental frame, and constructions falls under the idea of a material frame. And artists basically play between the mental and material frame while they are translating whatever they wish to communicate into a reality. So that's how constructions began.
Eight by 12 actually is a concern about migrations which happen in cities and how they actually change the urban landscape completely. So, I have a history of migration with my own family, which migrated from Pakistan to India. So one grew up with stories about, homes which are in Karachi and homes which are in Lahore, or families which are in Lahore. And we kind of uprooted ourselves from there and came into India that time. So my uprooting by choice in 1998 to Mumbai changed my attitude about the city, and I realized that the city had its own character and the way it functions and all. And over a period of time, one also realized that it being the economic capital, it attracted a lot of people to itself. And there's a slight continuation of interest in migrants which kind of led to this work. And when you pass the city from certain areas, you encounter these slums or shanties around. And as an artist, I'm kind of trained to look at things like abstract art. So when I was passing those areas, I could see abstract art, I could see art povera, I could see installation art, minimalism. So I kind of decided to bring all this within a framework of the socio-political and bring it into a gallery space for the audience to encounter this and also somewhere discuss this.
Construct Constructions has taken the philosophy of how artists react to various different materials, and we've taken out of our collection the works that relate to this curatorial show.
I think there is a fair amount of attention paid to how things are made, and there is an element of craft in terms of making it, and also philosophically speaking that it comes from all the wood that is used. I mean, especially in the carpet, that comes from the second-hand wood market, and this is procured from dismantled homes, and then it kind of gets reconfigured into another thing. And it's also a way of including all those stories that of various homes or various spaces that these would belong to that we don't know about. So in that sense, I think it makes sense that it should be in this show that kind of talks about construction and construct.
A lot of these works are addressing human condition, are addressing urban condition, for instance. What is it? The symbol of urban life is that a city is always under construction. It is always under making, which is what Nadar is raising as a point, or which is what KNMA is also saying. Now how do you ruminate on built forms? How do you really ruminate on urban condition?
this is a covered, means a mobile shrine. There is a tradition of making covered in Rajasthan. They make them in sort of light wood and paint them. Well, it occurred to me that if I were to make a shrine which is large enough, not just holding in your hand and opening it by yourself or putting it on a table, but something you could enter into. Now that would be almost like home, no? It would be like yourself entering. So I designed it to be 8 foot high so that you could walk into it and walk out of it. Now the best part of the shrine or covered is that you could literally connect yourself with the size of that shrine. Now this one I call covered traveling shrine home. I gave it title home.
Elevator also has a larger context. It was not just elevator as an idea came to me immediately. No, it took a long time, which actually also for me it's a culmination of many things I've been into since last many years in connection with the city and the kind of engagement I had with the different levels of urban living. So, which includes obviously the different kinds of personal spaces or social spaces in which I could interact with people, in which I myself as a part of.
As a viewer, I find it very, very intriguing, the scenography of the exhibition. You're brought into its surprises by degrees, so it doesn't throw itself away at one shot. You make a series of discoveries as you go through the spaces, which from my point of view as a curator is what I would look for in an exhibition.